What's up, everybody? Damien here, and in today's gaming news, Killzone might be returning in some small way, Borderlands 4 should have less potty humor, and the producer of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is asking politely that you don't create any naughty mods for the PC version. It's your daily fix. While Sony's dormant first-person shooter franchise Killzone seems dead in the water in terms of brand new games, it looks set to live on via a crossover with Helldivers 2. The gritty FPS series saw 5 games released from 2004 to 2013 for a range of PlayStation consoles as Sony took on Xbox's Halo, culminating in the PlayStation 4 launch of Killzone Shadowfall. But fans haven't heard a peep out of Killzone ever since, except for a t-shirt in The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, with the last decade and seemingly beyond devoted to developer Guerrilla Games' Horizon franchise. Helldivers 2 data miner Iron Sights tweeted details on the unannounced Righteous Revenant's War Bond, which includes armor that features the gas masks and red eyes that will be instantly recognizable as belonging to the Hellghast, Killzone's villainous enemy. Cementing the leak as legitimate is the Telltale asset takedown following a request from the copyright holder, in this case, Sony. Killzone feels like a great fit for Helldivers 2, and this leaked crossover has already sparked excitement among fans that Sony may be ready to return to the franchise. Alas, developer Guerrilla Games has its hands full with the Horizon Online project and the inevitable Horizon 3, so if Sony does have plans for more Killzone, it will probably have to come from another developer. Helldivers 2 is currently enjoying a resurgence after the release of the long-awaited Illuminate update, which adds a third faction for players to fight against. Expect plenty more from the explosive third-person shooter, which remains the fastest-selling PlayStation Studios game of all time in the months ahead. Moving on, Borderlands 4's narrative director has hinted at a cutback on the toilet humor the series is known for. Gearbox's Sam Winkler tweeted to say he remains firm in his criticism of Borderlands 3's overabundance of toilet humor. Sounds like he's avoiding other super cringy pop culture references as well. He added, "Paul Tassi jokes that we were going to have a gun called Hawk 2A, and a fellow dev asked me if it was real, and I wanted to put my hand down the sink grinder." The Borderlands series, which began in 2009, is known as much for its humor as its loot-driven gameplay. The tone of the jokes have remained relatively consistent throughout the franchise's run, which takes in 2012's Borderlands 2, 2014's the pre-sequel, and 2019's Borderlands 3. Indeed, toilet humor has served Borderlands well so far, with total franchise sales now up to an impressive 81 million copies. But the debut teaser trailer for Borderlands 4 suggested a darker tone this time, and the latest trailer reinforced this shift. Borderlands 4 is set to launch at some point in 2025, and comes on the heels of the disastrous launch of the Borderlands movie. And finally today, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki Hamaguchi has asked fans to please not make inappropriate mods when the role-playing game comes to PC on January 23rd. Hamaguchi told the Epic Games Store that while the team has no plans to add official mod support to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, akin to, for example, Baldur's Gate 3, it does support the creation of mods as long as they're appropriate. Mods allow players to create custom content for games, often resulting in incredibly useful gameplay changes. Due to human nature, however, many mods are also less useful and more, as Hamaguchi said, offensive or inappropriate. And I'm sure now that he has politely asked modders not to, no one will create anything remotely inappropriate for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and its lovable cast of characters, including Tifa Lockhart and Aerith Gainsborough. And that is your Daily Fix for Tuesday, December 17th. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out the trailer for Karate Kid Legends. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.